Hi, everybody, and good afternoon to you all. This is Aishwarya from GeeksforGeeks, and I'm the host for today's webinar that is called the series called Know the Young Geeks. And as I've already told earlier in the earlier webinars as well, and I'll explain in this webinar as well that why this series. It's majorly we get on board the young geeks and we ask them to share their experience into coding and why are they into coding at such early stages and what all obstacles they are facing they faced and so that they can motivate others and other young students who want to enter coding and who are pursuing coding so that they can get motivated. So it's majorly, like I always say, like it's by the geeks for the geeks, so and by the students for the students. So yes, for today's webinar we have Mr. Ayush Singh with us. He is a ninth standard student from, I will say, from St. Karen's Secondary School, and he has a quite a list of achievements. Like he has worked as data scientist and ML engineer, and at a US based in Indian companies as the youngest data scientist. He is also a Microsoft certified AI engineer and data scientist. He also owns a YouTube channel. Okay, we'll talk about it. And once he has also won a lot of hackathons, contests, and there is a lot of achievements that he has. So we have a gigantic person with us with lots of achievements. So let's add him quickly to the stream and begin with today's webinar. So yeah, guys, let's get started. Hi Ayush.
Hi, Ashwarya.
How are you?
I'm fine. Hey viewers. Thanks for watching. Who are watching over here?
Okay. So, Ayush, without waste, I hope that you are excited about today's session, right?
A lot.
Cool. So, let's begin with our today's session and let's quickly start with the first question. Like, tell us about your school and yourself.
So my name is Ayush. I'm in class 9 from St. Karen's Secondary School from Patna. Currently, I'm working as a machine learning engineer at SciTech.ai, and I worked as data scientist intern at Artifact, and also I worked as machine learning engineer on Dana. My most of the interest is in NLP, but side by side computer vision is also there. However, my active area of free research is in natural language processing. I'm also a DSA practitioner or a coder, where I try to solve real world problems through coding, and yeah. So that's it. And also there are some achievements you can see on my LinkedIn. It's some, I don't want to tell that.
Yeah, we'll drop in we'll drop in your LinkedIn ID, and because there is a list when I asked you, is there a list of achievement, and you were like, okay, let me give you a list of it. I'll prepare a doc for it.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. It is great having you here. So moving towards our next question, like our audience would like to know that when did you start to have an inclination towards code? Like, okay, at what age, at what time did you realize that, okay, really want to code?
Okay. So first of all, it was the situation that made me do this. It was not in Patna. There is not any kind of that coding environment. Okay, so it's not like that. I think no one is interested in, mainly most of the students are not.
Okay.
It's the situation as I was having a small computer and then one small CPU. And then I was okay, let's start with some financial situation. That was a COVID time. So I want to earn something. I wanted to have some fame, of course. Early enthusiastic person has some fame and a lot. So that's what the search situation. I was knowing that it is not an easy task, because I choose data science as my, or AI as my to go further. So it was not an easy task. So it has a lot of math. So I have to cover that. I was a very weak at mathematics. I was just average student in my school. So
Okay.
I learned from Khan Academy. Khan Academy, some everyone knows. So I learned math from there, and slowly got more interest. Everything was made me understandable because I set my foundation very much strong at that point. I was not going further. Uh, it's because I want to know the concept, and then I'm going to go further. That's the
Yeah.
thing. And then I eventually got more interest, and sitting on a computer like I'd sit around 8 hours because all my schoolwork, whatever, are on my PC. 8 to 10 hours is maximum. Sometimes 12 hours touches. So uh,
Okay.
this is on my screen time. But of course, in that 1 to 2 hour, 3 hour break while having sleep or other stuff. So I think the it's curiosity, doing something, solving real world problem by seeing the applications of AI. So that's interests me, and I was dreaming at that point. I want to become a young as a scientist. I want to work as a data scientist at some company. That was dreaming, and then that I implemented that, and actually, oh, I am at that point, and I have a lot more goals to achieve. Still, I'm not satisfied with what I'm doing as of now. It's it's different what I wanted to do.
You have huge targets for you, and we all, we wish you really, best of luck for all achieving all those targets that you have in mind. So yeah, and that was a great, inspirational thing that you've just told, that okay, that this is how you got an inclination, and that was a situation in which you
Yeah,
built the inclination towards
exactly.
coding, right? So now my next question is linked with this question. You so what attracted you towards coding? Like, what do you think that okay, this is something that okay, that's there in this thing, and that's why I want to pursue?
Okay. Again, my attraction was a bit different. It was not too much technical. It was non-technical, related to human psychology and interaction.
Yes.
So what I done is in my school, I just analyzed. I have a habit of exploring something and something. So I learned skating, guitar, but I don't like to play. But I further things, and then it was key in a class. Everyone is learning the same thing, and I'm just an average student. Some are more memorizing or learning. They are getting good marks. That's it. That I was not being satisfied with what I am doing. I want to be satisfied with what I'm doing, but still I haven't. But at that point, I wanted to be something out of the crowd. And of course, I have a chance of choosing programming, learning programming language, other stuff, and show offing that. But that was not my end goal. That was my end goal, not an end goal. That at that point, my goal was to earn and fame, means money and fame. I want that. Okay, but now I don't want that. So at that point, that was that mindset. Okay, so
Okay.
I saw, okay, let's do something out of the crowd. Although it will be challenging, but I don't care. It's waking up at early in the morning around 5 a.m. and starting with the books, because I was not having the books version. Means it was a PDF version, which
Okay.
was
Okay.
download,
Right.
because
Right.
books are really expensive. So I just taken from PDF, and then Khan Academy and other video stuffs. So the thing to get out of the crowd, the other out of the crowd, or be something different in the crowd. So that's the thing. And now at that point, I was only teaching my classes. Now I'm teaching the one who has done their masters, who are graduates, some PhD who had done in electrical engineering, and a lot more. And these are my actual students, and they are so much of interested in learning from me, and even I. So I'm taking CS001. I'm lecturer there of machine learning. So
Nice.
most of the students are around. They're working professional, although they have done some masters, or they're graduates. They are 41 years of age, so they want to
Okay.
get into this field. So I also taught many IITians, Oxfordians, etc. So I think that extraction to teach, to learn these things, it's from my birth kind of thing. I want to teach, or I want to implement something or build something. So that's attraction, of course, needed.
Wow, wow, wow. That's great. It's so good to hear about this, because at such a, such an age, you are doing a lot of things, and it is like some people will be like that. Okay, okay, yeah, what are we doing? And some a part of this, that's the reason that we are doing this webinar is to motivate people, and this is the kind of motivation we want to
Exactly,
give to our audience. That okay,
exactly.
okay, do. Yeah.
Yeah,
So thank you so
one
much.
thing that I want to mention. One thing that I want to mention.
Yeah.
Many people say, "Hey, Ayush, some people feel, not every people, only some people feel they are being demotivated by seeing young kids doing these things." But I would say to them is they have better life experience. They have a lot of experience of life.
Absolutely.
And if a 14-year-old can do, then why can't 20, 21, 22, 23? They are more intelligent than me. They are more experienced. So they
Obviously.
can of course do.
Obviously. So
Exactly. So it's
basically,
just
this
the
particular series,
excuses. Yeah, yeah,
yeah, yeah. So basically, this particular webinar, I would say that it is not going to motivate the students, but also the working professionals and everybody who is
exactly.
all in their field. Because if they are not able to do something in their field, then yes, there is the motivation that if you
Yeah,
can do, if a 14-year can do, then
yeah,
they can also do.
exactly, exactly.
Great. So, my next question would be from you is that how do you manage? Because we know that there's school work as well. For you are 14 years old, you have the school as well. So, how do you manage everything? Like I know that after pandemic, I guess it started in the pandemic, right? But
Yeah.
it is like more convenient for the students to manage to do extra courses, extra things, and everything.
Hmm.
So, but how do you manage everything? Because it's not
Okay.
if you add
Okay.
something it is if you build a habit it always is difficult to manage
Yeah.
two things because people are
Yeah.
in a habit of doing one thing at a time and not people or not everybody is a multitasker, so we
Yeah.
want to
Yeah.
know your story behind it.
It's, I would say that if my is the school open, many people say they are having issues with going to schools. I don't think that whatever I was doing previously, I'm having the same schedule. Although the a bit of difference, 1 hour, 2 hour, but I'm able to manage everything whatever doing, and I'm very happy with the school as well. I love the school, so I'm very happy with that because schools also gives very much discipline, friends, and it's very required. But how do I
Right.
manage is in mainly in the morning time is my learning time. Okay, so I learn from
Okay.
books. So because in school many some teachers are absent, they tell whatever do you want to do man. So I said okay, let's do. So I taken out my PDF as a photocopy, and then I whatever whenever I get time, I try to complete it in that span of a period of a time in my school to cover up whatever I'm doing over here. Although it is not fully covered, but at least some I don't like Hindi, so in Hindi period they just say anything, so I just do my work at the side, and then although
Okay.
with the subjects which like drawing, I don't like drawing, so I do my work. Although when teacher come, I show that I'm doing, but although at the side I'm doing my other
You
tasks.
are
I don't know what.
motivating our audience in a very wrong way right now. You're like, "No, don't study Hindi or don't do drawing." If somebody is doing like, do this.
Yeah. No, you can see the whatever even drawing is everyone likes, some likes and some doesn't. I don't care, but the way I do is managing when if the teacher is absent, everyone
It
is
is
talking, I should do
right, right.
my
I
task.
get it.
So I have some span of a period of time, I should do my task. Okay, so it's that's the thing that I in a school, and after I come to come home, that's a easy schedule because I my work when I was artifact, my work started from 7, I think 8 p.m. in the night, and then it goes from 1 a.m. and 2 a.m. So it's because they are
Okay.
US based, so of course the time zone problem.
Right.
So so it is like everything is going fine for me as of now. But when exams comes, I don't think that is fine. Okay, when exams comes of Hindi and history, it's oh my god. But I still get good marks. But I still get good marks. No any kind of thing. But that's issue for me at exams times. But yeah, I'll be preparing for JE. Of course, I'll be preparing for that. And
Yeah.
yesterday only I from on Twitter, MIT Computer Science and Artificial Intelligence Lab has just featured my 10 hours course on machine learning, which is
Congratulations.
on Code Camp.
Congratulations.
Yeah, so I
Yeah.
think I'll be more going on abroad colleges, okay, rather than Indian colleges. So I think see what will happen. It will happen in the future, not today.
Everything will be sorted for you, I'm pretty sure. Like there are umpteenth reasons behind that, and we all know. Okay,
Yeah,
you're doing pretty great right now. So
yeah.
yeah. So, moving forward to the next question, why do you think it is important to start early in coding?
Hmm. Okay, great. So I want to take one of the controversy. I'm very, very great at controversy. So I
Okay.
want to take one of the controversy is many people, even the one who has work who is working as a Microsoft or Google on LinkedIn. Mainly these controversies are on LinkedIn. They say that uh, that hey, do not child should not learn coding. They should more focus on sports, music, writing. But let me tell you one thing: is just tell me the difference between when you are sitting and writing something, when you're sitting and typing something. Is it any difference? Or when you're sitting and playing something, and when you're sitting and watching on computer screen, is it a different? I don't think so. Coding is a hobby that one can adapt. Why so much think, hey, coding for kids is, oh no, it's just not. But I would say coding, the one who likes coding, they should definitely, why they
Exactly.
should make coding their as hobby.
Sports is also
Yeah,
something like one should build a hobby. If somebody is building a
yeah,
hobby in
exactly.
coding, then that's also
Yeah.
a hobby.
Yeah, so music is a hobby, coding is not a hobby, but they both are done by sitting on the chair. That's it. Okay, so I think that's the thing which is controversy. So I commented there. Ki it should, yeah, parents should not force it. If the students likes it, if he likes these building games, other stuffs, he should definitely. If it not, then he could choose other things. But of course, he will be coming thereafter because it's when I haven't started with computer science, I was zero
Hmm.
or very bad. Means I don't like computer, and not even 1%. But anything can happen. So if the students is not liking, don't force. He will eventually come after seeing others. So
Right.
he will come that. So it's not key. The one who's learning coding at this age are ruining their life. Okay, for example, one of the comment I want to highlight, that is only one comment that I have ever seen,
Sure.
is Ayush, you ruined your childhood and other stuffs. Okay, by learning coding or by learning machine learning. So I said, oh, and he said, this is the against human rights. I don't know what he drank or whatever he's saying, but I don't know what he was doing. I then message. It is a human rights. I would say if one wants to learn, okay, I will care of my if I'm ruining my life or not. I'm enjoying very much. You can see that I'm
Right.
enjoying very much. Yeah. So why I'm gonna to saying, okay, I'm a bit stressed. If I be a bit stressed, then I would not sitting on the computer for 10 hours. Okay. If it is, of course,
Absolutely.
maybe you can do for one day, maybe you can do for second day, but third day, fourth day, fifth day continuously can't happen. Whether it be Sunday or whether it could be
And
Monday.
right, and
Yeah,
if it has been a stress, then you would have not engaged in the conversation that is happening on social media as well, because you
exactly.
must be, but you could have been the one then that okay, that you are running from these conversations because you don't want to talk about it, but you want to talk about it, you want to tell people that it's not, it's
Exactly.
not the way that you think.
Yeah, yeah. So I think people should stop thinking about this. Ki coding is not for kids. Coding is for kids. Only software engineer, Google, बड़े बड़े आदमी लोग करेंगे. Why we should not do that? We should also do that. Kids should also learn. Okay, so
Right.
kids should also focus on for the juniors or seniors who are seeing, please, yeah, if you have interest, if you have in logic building, whatever area of interest, not only machine learning, it's not only AI. There are tons of domains which are there: web dev, Android. There are a lot more which you can. If you have interest, please be sure to go there and try to explore that. And of course, there are tons. No, there are tons of guidance is also there. Some people like me who provide guidance, and some people who are arrogant. They don't. I have seen someone on LinkedIn. So that's it.
Okay. Burn. So, next question for you. Like, okay, that is a question like basic your understanding, your thinking about the industry. So, what are your thoughts on the future aspects of coding and the industry?
Future aspects of, I will talk about my domain because I'm in AI. So uh, yeah, coding will, of course, or whether programming or whether domain, they are not, and I'm not seeing any end in the future. Okay, I'm not seeing that.
Right.
I'm seeing that they are increasing. Okay, not even decreasing, they're increasing at a certain rate. Okay, so I think in artificial intelligence, some people say there is no job opportunities in AI, like data science or machine learning. But I would say, hey, there are certain opportunities. The reason why you are not finding, because do you know what happens when someone learns data science, okay, or learn machine learning from watching so-called famous YouTubers? So they watch that, and then they write 3 lines of code of linear regression, like from sklearn.import, and 3 lines of to implement linear regression. But do you think a 3 lines of code pays 100k US dollars? 3 lines of code? Of course not. You need to be good at everything, whatever that package requires. If there is
Completely,
no point
yes.
in learning ML, is if you don't have data skills, you should know data skills like SQL, data preparation, data wrangling, organization, and everything. Then go on modeling. There is tons of areas of research which are going already done in modeling, but the data centric AI is still, I would say, unpacked. They should be very much. We should do more research on data centric AI. So I think. Many people who say they are not in job opportunities, I would say there are tons of, but the reason why company invest in data scientists or machine learning, so they want some outputs from them as well. So so of course they need a talented candidate. So if they're paying, then they need a talented
Right.
candidates, and if there are not too much of talented candidates, one thing that learning from online courses they can get, yeah, you can get a foundational things from online courses, but have to be chosen very precisely. The courses should be, and then you have to do by your own. No one will spoon feed you everything. You have to make your project, explore the things on
Right.
internet. So future aspects of AI is great. Some people say it will be this, it will be that. Leave it. Some people are saying on AI. I was seeing one controversy is key. There are not any job opportunity, and that person is working at Microsoft and senior software engineer. I don't know what I don't know ever he has worked at machine learning or what. But I would say go and ask the data scientist of whatever the big MNCs. They will say there are lots of the reason why I have clearly stated is the talented candidates, and we need talented
Right.
candidates. Even uh, previously, I'm telling my rejected interview where I was rejected months back. I think 6 or 7 months back, I was interviewed by one people, and he asked me some questions which I have completed lots of courses and everything, and I was like, what he's talking about multicollinearity, what is this? So I thought, okay, we should not only depend on this, and there are lots of things that I still need to learn. So now whatever the interviews happens, I pass the interview, whether it's taking from the one who's from Amazon, Google, or so Microsoft. I don't care. I
Right.
just have it's now okay for me, but still I'm learning various networks, transformers, GNN, quantum ML. There are a lot more which I have to still explore, and I don't think that I learned ML. There's a lot more domains still available to explore, and but active area of research will be NLP.
Okay. So, adding to this question only, I would like to know about your parents' reaction. So, basically, parents of the children who are usually in school are like, maybe focus on one thing, don't do the extra thing. Some parents have the tendency. So, how was your parents' reaction when you decided that, okay, that I'll be doing this apart from my school? And yeah, I know that now they must be aware of your achievements and everything, but we would like to know the initial reaction of your parents, like when you decided and when you were doing starting pacing of things.
They are supportive, very, 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 very much supportive. I would say, if you have listened my parents' interview on GFG school, they have my parents have given into things, and they would like do whatever, okay. But they want key that I should be very much helping community, okay, helping people, okay. Some people can get some kind of help from my side. I'm doing some good work, so they want like this, and I'm actually doing that. And my mother wants me to become an Indian administrative officer, which I will think after graduation, not now. But he wants me to become
Okay.
that. My father told, whatever you want to become, you can become that. My father even asked, don't you want to become an IAS officer? I said the salary which I'm having today is 2x more than the I will become after graduation. So why do you are then he told, no, I'm not talking about salary, it's about position. So I said, okay, I will try, will see once. If it is interests me, then I will definitely try to.
On from this, and then when you want to retire from this, thing, because you started so early, then you can try to, crack them. Not try, you will crack the exam of IAS. You will be the IAS, so you can fulfill both your parents' requirement, basically your requirement and your parents' requirement. Like, I gave
Yeah,
you the plan.
yeah,
You started so early, you learn enough
yeah.
till your time will come to appear in the IAS exam.
See, one of my aim is to become a successful entrepreneur. Becoming, I would say, richest man in the world. I have one of the thing in my software. I want to become that, and let's see if I be 50 years old. I'm totally working on that, on my entrepreneurship skills, and I improve a bit because I was bad a
You
bit ago,
are
but I
right
improved.
now. You are right now on a webinar series with Geeks for Geeks School. Don't forget us
Yeah.
when you'll become the richest person.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, you said this thing in front on our platform, so yeah, don't forget us.
Yeah, sure.
So cool. So now, my last question for you today's webinar, like, which programming language do you currently prefer and why?
I should laugh at this question. The
Okay,
reason
laugh
why
then.
it's, I don't know, people, I would say go with Python. Okay, I have bias. Go with
Yeah,
Python. Now, the reason. If you are a beginners, please go with Python because Python is easy language. It
easy
makes you
language,
understand
right?
what actually doing rather than going for a Java. It's like it's like everything is clear. When you start, everything is clear. It's not like in Java, when we start, it's like public static, very long code already written. But here main function, but here it is very, you are given a page and right there. Okay, you are given a page and right there your Python program or whatever. So I would say if you're a beginner, please go with Python and please explore Python because Python is a very vast language. And I think one of my favorite languages is also Python, but shifting a little bit of to C++ because in AI you need C++. So I think you need to know Python if you are beginners, because I highly recommend to anyone. If you're getting into AI, there is no point in learning Java. Okay, because some students I have
Right.
seen, they learn Java. Not some, only one I have seen. They try to learn Java with AI and ML. I don't know. I advised him a bit, but then he's not. Then I leave him. Okay, let's do it. You are okay. You don't follow my advice.
You
It's
realize
okay.
yourself.
Yeah. See it, what happens, and many people think they can do anything with one programming language, but let me tell you why. Do you think that I can even compare Python with Java is for GUI web application purposes, and Python cannot even touch 1% of that whatever Java can make. And in the same way, the what Python can do, the Java can touch even 1% of in AI and ML. So I think this is the big, I would say, misconception. Key, I can't do anything with one programming language. No, of course not. You need to have a good programming fundamentals. Okay, and then try to learn any programming language, and after that it will very easy to learn new programming language after learning Python, because you know the basic concepts like loops, functions, how functions occurs, and then DSA. So it works.
Perfect. So, yeah, that was pretty much our questions for today's webinar. Now, I will just quickly go with this and that section. You just have to pick one, and some of the choices, I'll ask why as well. So, we have to do this a bit very quickly, right? So, let's begin with this. And yeah, this is the last segment of our webinar. Just informing you. So, let's begin. So, first one is Android or iOS? What would you prefer?
Neither. I don't use them mobile so much. So neither.
Interesting. Reason.
Reason is screen. Here I have a screen, which is my father phone. I just taken 30 minutes. It's very small rather than comparing my 27-inch computer. So it's very small. I can't see in this. So that is
Okay, so
the,
you don't want it. Cool.
yeah, I don't
Very
want it.
nice.
Yeah.
Okay. Second, ebook or paper book?
Ebook. Paper book,
Ebook.
wow, it's five. Yeah, the reason why, because paper book can be 10,000, and the same you can find ebook online for free. So why can't we go for
I thought
a
you're a
free?
paper book guy.
See, it's previously I used to be, but after that I was not having any money to buy any book at that point. Then I habituated with that ebook. So I think ebook
Okay.
works for me.
Okay. So, next question. What do you prefer to study on PC or
PC,
laptop?
PC. The reason
PC.
stated
Bigger
because
screen.
no, no, not a bigger screen. Now it's time for health. Okay, now you can take laptop, you can slip at that, and then do some coding like that. You can take laptop and like on bed and then sit on then coding. That's a very bad thing. Okay, for
PC
for,
has
for
a
your
fixed
health.
position. Okay, with a fixed
Yeah,
place, and
straight
you
position.
have to go in straight position.
Yeah, straight, and everything should be. You can't take your PC and go there, so you can only stay here, and then it's yeah.
Okay. Next question would be favorite e-commerce website, Flipkart or Amazon?
Amazon.
Reason.
Reason is Flipkart takes 70 days to come in my home, and Amazon take around 4 to 5 days to come in my home. So I prefer Amazon.
Okay. My last question for this and that segment: what do you like more, maths or science?
Mathematics. Of course, I'm an AI guy, so mathematics is more interesting.
That is an easy one. So cool. So that was it. That was our today's this and that segment. And yeah. So Ayush, I would also like to know that if you want to discuss about any of your projects that you're working upon right now, and you want our audience to let audience to know about that. Okay, this is what you are doing. So do you want to discuss some projects with our audience?
Yeah, I can. Some of the projects which I worked on, and some of the projects which I am currently doing on. So the project which I work on, which I will take one of the two projects, is one was the GANs project, where if you know, you can convert your running horse into a zebra, or you can convert an elephant in zebra. And you may think how it may happen. Please search StyleGAN, and then you will see how it happens. You can convert really, you can convert a horse into a zebra using StyleGAN. And I worked on that. I've
Okay.
also made my father dance, just deepfakes, using deepfakes. It's a GAN's algorithm. So using that, I click my father photo, and then on some Bollywood songs I run that. And then there are some more. Yeah, on NLP side, I worked on building. There is a question answering system where you ask questions and you get answers. So that's the question answering system. I also worked on some of the stuffs in content aggregation. There are a lot more. I don't want to tell about that. And then whatever I'm doing right now is Discord chatbot. I haven't told to anyone. It's a conversational chatbot. You can easily talk to him, and she. I think she. I have name is Alexa. So she
She.
is okay. So she is very intelligent. I think so, because I asked him, "Do money buy happiness?" The answer he gives, she given amazing. I also asked him, "Ki, are you mad?" I just said anything, and the answer was very very intelligently given, like a person, more than a person. And you can ask any questions to him, the answer will be very accurate and perfect. And I think one of the Discord conversational bot. Then one of the in SciTech, I'm working on content aggregation, where and your email feeds, the Twitter tweets will be coming, and it's based upon tweets, recommendation engines. So that is the project which I'm working on.
Perfect. It was great hearing about your projects and your achievements. And the best part is like the webinar was the best part, I would say, because you have shared so many information, so many your personal experiences. I am pretty sure that this is going to help a lot of our audience, and who's going to see this webinar in the coming future. That okay, and this you're going to help a lot of people, and we are also sure that you're going to gain a lot of success and achievement. And yes, the richest person we know, Ayush
Thanks.
Singh.
Thanks.
So okay, thank you so much, Ayush, for taking out time for conducting this webinar with us. We are really glad, and Geeks for Geeks School especially is really thankful to you for taking out time and conducting this session.
Thanks. Welcome, and thanks for
I,
inviting me over here.
I hope you enjoyed the session as
A lot, especially talking with you, because
well.
many interviewers
Oh,
are just like very boring. They just ask question and they just. do this. I don't know what, after asking the question they start dreaming. So they should be at least.
Yeah,
So I really
this should
like
be
the whole.
conversational, na? Like I've also told
Yeah,
you, we'll talk. We are talking.
yeah, yeah.
Okay. So thank you so much, Ayush.
Okay.
We are after this webinar. I'll try to get you on board again, and we can have some other topic, some major topic, and we can discuss around it, and we can conduct another session. Sure.
Okay. Sure, sure, sure.
Okay. Thank you so
Okay
much.
then.
Bye bye. All the best. Take care.
Bye bye.
So, guys, that was it. That was our today's webinar, and it was quite interesting and interactive. The candidate we had today is the one candidate that we always wanted to be on. Kind of one candidate we always wanted to be on our channel, and this is the kind of inspiration that we want to give our audience and to the young students who are in school and pursuing coding or are thinking to pursue code. So yeah, this was our webinar. I hope that you liked it. If there is any feedback that you want to give, you can drop in the comment section, and we'll be back with another session super soon. And yes, that's it. Till then, take care, keep learning. Bye bye.